Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's alright.
What's up, you guys? It's Rowan.
And Sydney.
And today,
we're doing a conspiracy theory video.
the last, sit-down video we did was Mandela Effect, which is a conspiracy theory video. But,
now you get another one.
We're not doing Mandela. We're doing, all these conspiracy theories, and, we're probably gonna be doing more conspiracy videos more often because we, love them and we're more passionate about them. And we've realized that our best videos are our sit-down videos. We literally suck at, vlogs and all that stuff because they're boring, we know.
We're just not good at them.
We're just probably gonna do a lot more, sit-down.
So let's just get right in this video. Okay, the first one that we're gonna talk about is about phones.
Okay, so part of the theory is that the government listens to you through your little speakers in your phone. Because you know how when you're on a call and you're talking, that's what it listens to you through, you know? With Siri, there's a setting that you could turn on, but it's always, unless you turn it off, it's already on. Where if you say, "Hey Siri," then she answers to you.
You don't have to hold down the home button.
You can just say, "Hey Siri," and then your phone will spark up and be there.
And Siri will talk to you.
And so, if she can hear you say, "Hey Siri," that means she always has to be listening to wait for you to say that. Which means she's always listening. And for her to listen, it has to be, recording, because she's not a real person.
And it records everything you say to Siri anyway. I'm pretty sure it says that somewhere.
Yeah, I think so.
You can look that up.
Which is really scary, because who controls Siri? All the phone companies. And think about how many there are, and how if someone doesn't have a phone in our generation, it's weird. Most people have phones because that's how we contact each other.
Communicate.
So they can hear pretty much what everyone's saying 24/7 because you always have your phone on you, pretty much. Most people do. Another part of that is, so apparently for 9/11, people involved in it were talking about their plan over the phone. They would be in cars driving and be talking about it back and forth. And so the government found this out. It kind of lost trust in the people and was well, people are talking about plans for terrorist attacks. We should probably do something about that. But that's also kind of, they don't have the right to do that. They can't do that. And so there's a theory that people, the government's, listening to all your phone conversation. People think it might still be happening, which is kind of creepy if you're, talking to your mom about something personal and the whole government, knows, you know.
And then the other part is that they are, watching you through, the camera. They can see, whatever you're doing, or, if you have your phone up to your face, someone could be, staring at you. Which, people can, tap your phones and, be into it. Talking Angela, that app is, I had that app when I was, 9 or something.
Same.
And then there were, a bunch of reports coming out about how, a kid was, you know how you say something to the app and it's supposed to repeat exactly what you said, but the kid was little and he was just talking to it, and it was asking the kid questions, and it asked where he lived, and he told the cat thing, but it's because the creator of the app made it so that he could see everything. Once you downloaded it, it took over your phone and he could see and hear you through the camera and the microphone. So
alright, so the next theory is about Avril Lavigne, which, this one I kind of believe, which is
Oh, I believe this one 100%. Okay, so basically the theory is that in the early 2000s, when Avril Lavigne was at her peak, her highest point or whatever, she was super depressed and stuff because I think her grandpa had just died, and she was really close with him. And so there's a theory that she was super depressed, but all the companies were you can't do that, you're making a lot of money. And so basically, she had a lookalike who she would have go out for her if she didn't want to go out, go to events and stuff, and they looked exactly so you couldn't tell. That was the whole point. And so then when she committed suicide, they had the lookalike step in and be her.
And if you look back at stuff, there's it's not proof, but if you look back at some of her old songs and some of her newer songs, a lot of people say that, like, the themes of the song have changed. Like, she sings about different stuff. And, like, some people say her voice is different.
And if you look at pictures of, like, her before and her now, it's, like, slight, but, like, there's definitely differences.
It's, like, really, really similar, but a lot of people think it's not exact. And, like, she used to sing songs like Girlfriend and stuff, and, like, now her songs are a lot more serious. And some people think that's because she's just grown up, you know, because she has. But some people think it's because it's a new person.
Okay, so the third theory is that the entire universe was created last Thursday.
This one freaks me out because I believe it. Like, it sounds really stupid when you hear that, but after you hear, like, the evidence, and a lot of people
might think it still sounds stupid.
But I think it's, like, really freaky after I heard the evidence. Like, wow.
Like, I completely believe all of the ones that we talk about, like, 100%. Like, don't even fight me on it.
So if you think about it, no one really knows the exact day the universe was created.
Like, you don't know when when the exact date was, so how do you know it wasn't last week or, like, a month ago? Like, it's not saying exactly last Thursday, like, specifically, but just, like, not as long ago as you think.
And right now you're probably thinking, that's stupid, I have memories from when I was a child. Well, we have something to say about that. So what people think is that, oh my god, this freaks me out. Robots are getting, like, a lot more advanced now, and they could plant memories in their head so they would think they were real, if you think about it. And so, how do you know all our memories aren't just, like, implanted and, like, fake, and, like, we remember them, but that's what is meant to happen, like, they never actually happened.
And you don't remember every single detail of every memory you have, and whenever, like, I think about my memories, it's, like, there, but like I can't like imagine myself in that spot.
It's a really big chance, and if you think about how advanced the future could be, like think about how far we are right now, like in years. Oh my god!
If you like actually thought that was interesting, go watch someone else's video on it because.
Go look it up and find someone to give you more details and like stuff like that.
They'll make you believe it. Because like, if you think it's even slightly interesting, look more into it because we just explained that terribly.
So the next theory, which is pretty freaky by the way.
This one...
It's really like, it's realistic to our world. Like it doesn't take that much to convince you because stuff like this happens all the time.
And it's like intense.
Yeah.
Well, at least
it's kind of like a bad subject because it involves a lot of death of like...
Or just, like, dark stuff.
Of people, like, all around you. So what it is that whenever something big happens, like, if a building, like, 9/11 is actually something people believe is caused by this. So, and then there's basically anything you can think of like that, where there's, like, something massive that happens that's, like, terrible, and it hurts a lot of people. There's just so many different things, like, if you think about, like, attacks or, like, any explosions, like, that are bad and, like, massive and they involve death, it's probably one of these. So a lot of people think when something like that happens, it's the government will create a distraction from it to try and make you not think about it, so you don't think like the world's such a bad place or like yeah.
For example, like a recent example is there was like bad weather and stuff in Mexico, and then at the same time like the Las Vegas shooting happened because like a ton of stuff happened in the past few months, like hurricanes and stuff. But then...
So many hurricanes.
Yeah, a lot of people weren't focusing on, like, Mexico and Vegas because they were focused on Kylie Jenner being pregnant. And so, she's, like, up there. And so, like, oh my god. And so, I saw, like, so many tweets that were like, y'all, stop worrying about Kylie Jenner. Pray for Mexico. Yeah. Pray for Vegas. Like,
it's, like, she's not important. Like, she's a famous person, but that's all she is. She's a normal person who's pregnant.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Like,
there's all these mass, like, shootings and, like, hurricanes, a lot of deaths, like, around the world, and everyone's focusing on a normal person being pregnant just because she's really famous.
Or, like, I think that when fidget spinners got really big, there was, it was a distraction because they were, like, they've been around since, like, 19-something.
You can look it up. Fidget spinners have been around for years.
Like, a long time.
And all of a sudden, everyone's using them.
And everyone's talking about them. And now they're, like, fading out again. Like, now some people have them, but like not everyone has them, and no one's really focused on them again.
A lot of people think that the government put out a bunch of promotion everywhere for fidget spinners and like pay people to have them, or like fidget spinners are put out everywhere as a distraction because while everything's happening, fidget spinner, like you're playing,
like you're just focused on that.
It's meant to help you focus, so it's distracting you, like from all this happening around the world, and you're just sitting there spinning your fidget spinner. That's a big theory.
Basically, like anything that like comes in and is really big and then it like fades out, like Pokemon Go. It came in and everyone was talking about Pokemon Go, and then
everyone was using it.
Yeah, now, like that was like 2 years ago, I think, 3.
I don't know.
It was a few years ago, and now like nobody has Pokemon Go.
No one even talks about it because it's gone now. They don't need it anymore. All right, if y'all were like shook by this video, just
shaken to the core.
Let us know. Give us some things you want us to talk about. Like, we already have a request. You already know. We talked about in the last video how we have a request for the...
But please comment. Because we said it the last video too. And nobody commented.
We always say comment video suggestions and it's like comments 0. We're just like...
Oh, cool. Thanks.
So just, if you want to see something and we post something that you don't like, you can't really complain if you didn't give us any ideas. Like, if you're like, ooh, I want them to do this, what's gonna hurt to comment it? Like, what's wrong with just like saying...
Or just like pull out your phone and be like, hey Rowan, and like text Rowan.
Yeah, if you know us, text us. And if just comment. Literally just comment anything you want us to do. Thank you. And then like this video if you liked it. Don't dislike it though.
Even if you disliked it.
Just leave. You don't have to dislike it. But, or you could just like it and be like, use the opposite effect.
Even if you didn't like it, you should just be like,
it was great. Like, show some sympathy because we suck. Yeah, you should just like this video and please subscribe because why not? And turn on our bell.
And comment.
Show some love. Thank you for watching to the end.
The very end. You're an MVP. We love you. Peace out, guys.
That is...